Yeah, preseason has been going really well. It had awesome weather, which has been, a first kind of in the January, February stretch. So that's been helpful. I think that helps morale and stuff. But the guys have worked really hard. I think the competition has been great. The upperclassmen have been doing a really good job of leading. And, this is a unique year for us. I think that it's kind of like chapter 2 in our program's history. The last 4 years was our first ever recruited class of guys, so that was kind of like chapter 1, and most of those guys are gone now. So we kind of head into a new chapter, and even in my very first year was almost like the prologue when we just had kind of the club guys, and they were awesome, setting the table for what we've now become. So we have 17 new faces on the team. I think preseason has been great, just kind of integrating them in, and there's definitely a lot of excitement when you get that many new guys and a lot of talent. Everybody's working really hard, and like I said, the competition has been really, it's just been competitive in practice, guys pushing each other hard, so that's been fun to see. The roster size getting a little bigger allows us to do things we've never been able to do in practice. Again, just the competition level in practice is up. The depth, we'd like to play more guys and play a lot of guys, and we feel like we have the talent to do that. Guys are kind of above the line, if you will, in terms of their ability to contribute on a game day. So as long as guys can make a play, like, we want to put them out there. So I'm excited to see just the depth that we have, and kind of the tempo of practice has even kicked up a notch this year for sure. We feel really confident in our goalies. Danny Stone and Jack Petit have both started a lot in their career. Both guys have a great demeanor and just kind of sense about them. Goalie's a unique position. You got to be able to kind of reset quickly. You got to be able to lead other guys, and hopefully the guys in front of you really just want to play for their goalie. And so, that competition's been great. Tyler Gladstone's a freshman as well, and he's been really good, honestly, very impressive. I know that older guys kind of, when you get in, you never know what to expect from a freshman goalie. Just the speed of everything is so different than high school, and I feel like from day one he was not intimidated, and so that's allowed him to make plays as well. So really happy with the depth there, and probably Danny and Jack are going to start the season, competing for a role to start, and Tyler's definitely pushing those guys as well. Yeah, defensively is probably where we're the most experienced. Just right off the bat, Brock Simmons has played awesome thus far. He's been really good. Just super committed. You can see it in his off the field, just discipline and life, and I think that's translated well to on the field. Some of the older guys, Bailey, Decker, Cody Adams is back for a 5th year, and so we just have a lot of continuity down there, which has been great. Zach Fury played a lot for us last year as a freshman, and so him just being a little more confident in that role. And then some of the young guys, the new guys have been impressive as well. Sam Stevenson in particular is a freshman that has been really confident, I think, and that's allowed him to make plays, and somebody that I think is certainly going to be in the mix for us as well. I think, again, this is where the depth, the midfield depth is the thing that is maybe the most unique for us this year in terms of past years. Addison Bennett coming back for a 5th year helps a lot right off the bat at the LSM position. Tyler Curry, guys that have played a lot in the past. And then defensive midfielder wise, last year we were basically brand new across the board there. And this year we have, all those guys are now back. So Dave Krause and Alec Jones, Jason Mensch give us great presence there, and still young, but there's a huge difference between having never played before at a position and now coming into your next season in that role. And then offensively, same thing, just more guys that we feel confident in than we've ever had. Brett Gladstone is back for his 5th year, so obviously he's been kind of our offensive leader in the past. We have a couple transfers this year that are going to play probably significant minutes for us. And then a lot of guys, even the younger guys, Trey Zabronsky was a guy last year who tried to find his way on the field, and this year we had a scrimmage against Cleveland State in the fall, and he was phenomenal. So I just think that the jump from freshman to sophomore is one that is maybe the most significant, and so we've got a lot of guys kind of in that portion of their career, as well as some older guys to kind of integrate with them. And then some of the freshmen have played really well. Bowden Davidson played in the fall on the football team, and so we didn't really get any chance to see what he looks like. Now he's been in 3.5 weeks of practice. He's been really, every day he does one thing where the coaches are kind of like, whoa, that was, whether it's athletically or just lacrosse wise. So he's somebody that'll be in the mix as well, and we're excited about all the guys that we have there. Everybody offensively for us is pretty much going to play. They just all have the ability to, and so it's just about finding the right role for everybody. Yeah, I mean, bringing back James Petroli has been great. He's been a leader for us statistically for the last 3 years, and so he's a senior now. He's got a lot of experience. He's able to guide the younger guys, and just having him around in the locker room is really important. Matt Blythe was kind of our breakout star last year, if you will. He has definitely leveled up his game. Also, he played a lot of box lacrosse this summer, and it's been really impressive to see just his commitment to everything as well. Zach Hogan has kind of bounced between midfield and attack. He was hurt for a lot of last year. You know, he's another guy that has just settled in, being much more confident. And so, yeah, there's a lot of options there. Honestly, we have so many guys that can kind of play midfield, kind of play attack. Griffin Agawa is a guy that can go between. You know, Mac Faircloth is a freshman that can do both things. And so it's, for us right now, it's just about finding where all the pieces of the puzzle fit together. Yeah, this is definitely the strongest schedule that we've ever put together. It's exciting to be at the point as a program. These teams want to play us. You know, when we were first kind of getting going, it was hard to schedule a good team. And I think hopefully that's a credit to what our guys have accomplished. You know, but my mindset, and honestly the guys, is we want to compete at a really high level. And in order to do that, we've got to play high-level teams, and we've got to do that consistently. So we're trying to give ourselves as many chances as we can at teams that maybe are more traditionally established than we are, but we feel like we're able to compete with. And ultimately, we've been to the tournament 3 years in a row now. We've not advanced out of you know, kind of the first round where we would like to, and so we need to get used to. These are the teams. These are the caliber of teams that we're going to see in that first round, and so we got to get to the point where it's not like a surprise when we see a team at that level. It's something that we're more used to and accustomed to, and we've been doing all year. And hopefully we can settle into games faster and have more success in the postseason ultimately. Yeah, the PAC, I feel like it's just exciting to be a part of it. I think there's a great energy and I would even say camaraderie amongst the head coaches. Guys are really committed to seeing the conference continue to improve. It seems like every school is kind of committing more and more resources to men's lacrosse in particular, and you've seen the teams getting better across the conference. And you know, I continue to kind of say like a rising tide lifts all ships, and so it's exciting to see like St. Vincent had a great year last year. Westminster Chatham has gotten continued to improve quite a bit, and all the teams in the conference really. Allegheny joining adds another kind of new wrinkle, and so it's exciting to just see those other teams push the level of play, and that adds to the strength of schedule as well. And again, we want to play the best teams we possibly can, and so you know, we're looking forward to the conference schedule further down the line here. Keys for us, I think, same as always in terms of just kind of being committed to our culture. We just talk about being your best, loving deeply, being eternally focused. When we stay focused on those things, I feel like we're the best version of ourselves, and we tend to play well. We need to start games better than we did last year. I think last year, including scrimmages, we got down like 5-0 or more, like 8 different times. And so we just did not start games well. And so I think that's a big key for us, something that we focused a lot on. Just having the right mindset going into games, attacking the moment instead of kind of waiting for the moment to come to us. And then ultimately, like I said, it's kind of this is sort of chapter 2 for us. We've sort of closed a chapter in our program's history, and we now have a new one. And with that, just a lot of new faces, a lot of new people. And there's certainly, I think that we have more talent on paper than we've ever had. Part of that's just more depth than we've ever had. So it's just a matter of getting that talent on the same page. So it's just building the chemistry, building the confidence with each other. Whenever that happens, I think we're going to be a really, really good team. It's just, we got to make that happen. So hopefully it's sooner rather than later.